welcome back to another video. I have like cozy vibes going on. I know the lighting is not the best, but I wanted to film this. I was feeling inspired, so I made some coffee. It's also very hot in my apartment, so I have the fan going. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get cozy because it's also August. I feel like not fall yet, but it's starting to get cozier, so yeah. Anyways, I'm so excited for today's video because I went to Seattle recently and it was so fun. Oh my god, it was one of my favorite trips that I've ever taken. Kind of like spontaneous. I mean, we'd planned it, but I also didn't know what we were going to see necessarily, so it was just an incredible trip. I feel very grateful for the experience. I loved that I was able to go and share this with new friends and just kind of like get to know a new city that I've never been to before, and it was incredible. I filmed a bunch of clips and I didn't necessarily like vlog, but I just got a bunch of footage and I was looking through it and I was like, you know what, I should totally do a video just like recapping my experience in Seattle. And maybe if you end up going to Seattle and you don't know where to go, you could check out the places that I went to go visit because they were all amazing and I had the best time. It was super cool. So yeah, make sure you get cozy, you get like a coffee or a tea or whatever is your drink of choice. Maybe cuddle up with a blanket and let's get into the video. So we started off heading to Milanos. It's a coffee shop here in Vancouver and it's delicious. Oh my gosh, I highly recommend it. We got some lattes to go and it was really nice because we were like one of the first people there, so it was cozy and just like walking in and talking to the barista was super nice. And then we were off and hit the road and it was such a scenic route. I really enjoyed that. I honestly am not a huge fan of road trips. They make me a little bit anxious just because of being in the car for a while. I don't know why. It's just like something that I don't necessarily enjoy. But it was really nice because our trip was kind of like planned around stopping at different places and that made me feel very happy. I was like, that I can definitely handle that, you know, like being in the car for a little bit and stopping, going to see a site and then getting back into the car and then driving a little bit more. That was super nice. And eventually we made it to our first stop, which is called Larrabee State Park. Oh my gosh, this park is gorgeous. It's super beautiful because you have the water. I'm pretty sure it's the ocean, like it's on the coast of Washington State. And the shore is a little bit rocky, but it's really cool because like it's kind of like a little hike. So you have like the water, you have like the rocks, and the rocks on the shore are covered. I'm not sure if it's seaweed or algae, but this like green plant, and it was really pretty. afterwards, we hit the road again and then made it to our second stop, which was the Seattle Premium Outlets. These were really cool. It's just kind of like a typical outlet, but if you're somebody that enjoys shopping, I highly recommend. They have the Disney store here, which is nice. I forgot to take videos of it, but I really loved going there just because in Canada they don't have them anymore. At least in Vancouver they don't have Disney stores. They used to, and then they took them away. I don't know why. But yeah, we went to the Disney store and I got some mini ears, which is really cute. And it was my first pair, so I'm very excited. I have them here. I love them. I've never owned any before, so this is really fun. They're so cute. And now I just want to go to Disney. We also stopped at Auntie Anne's, and if you grew up in the States and you went to the mall when you were little, I don't know if you were an Auntie Anne's fan, but if you were, oh my gosh, you know what it feels like to see an Auntie Anne's store and just like have a wave of nostalgia fall over you. It was so nice to see it. I was super excited. I got some little, I think they're called pretzel nuggets, and I got the cinnamon sugar ones. They were my favorite growing up. I think I would get the pretzels more, but because I wanted to share with everybody on the trip, I ended up getting the nuggets. And then I got the classic like dipping sauce too. Oh, they were so good. I'm so happy that we found Auntie Anne's. That was really exciting. At our third stop, we went to the Funko Pop Museum. And y'all, that was wild. It was really cool. I've never like seen so many Funko Pops of so many different things. They literally have anything that you can imagine. Something I wish that they had was like more information on each Funko Pop, just kind of like the history of how each one came about, or maybe even like, oh, this was the first Funko Pop. I think that would have been really cool, like if they could add that. So if Funko Pop, you're watching this, you should update your museum to have more information, because that would be really cool. And then our fourth stop was Target. Yay! It was amazing. I haven't been to Target in so long. It made me very happy to go into Target. And plus, right now, like I said, it's August, so they have all of their fall stuff. They have like pumpkins, and the Starbucks in Target had like the pumpkin spice lattes already. Just all of these things that made me so nostalgic of living in the States. It was very nice. Like, I really loved going. Yay, Target! I'm so happy. I miss Target. happy with our purchases once we left. It was so nice to go to Target. I can't wait to go back. I feel like now that I am like not living in the States, I'm just like awestruck, like Target. Our fifth stop was the Pink Gorilla Games shop, and this was like a vintage video game shop, which was really cool. I'm not a huge video game person, but I remember when I was little, my sister and I, we had a Nintendo and we would share it, and we would also fight over it. Oh my god, I remember those days. But we were really big into like the Donkey Kong game, and just seeing all of the little, I don't know what they're called, cartilages that you put inside of the Nintendo like thing, it made me really nostalgic. Our sixth stop was the hotel. We stayed at the Georgetown Inn, and it's a little bit outside of the, I guess, Seattle downtown area. Like, you have to take the highway to get to the heart of the city. So we were a little bit on the outskirts, but I think for the price and everything, it was pretty decent. We ended up just like hanging out there for a little bit, getting refreshed, and then we went to the city. So that was really fun because we just kind of toured around. Everything was starting to close because it was getting late, but we were also starving, so we went to go make a reservation at the Cheesecake Factory. They were like, it's gonna be probably an hour wait, so we decided to like take advantage of the time and just go explore. So we went to the public market center. That was really cool. Everything at that point was closed or closing down, but it was still really nice just to walk through and see like what everything was like inside. And then we went to the Gumwall. Oh my gosh, that was amazing, and also very disgusting. Like, it's like you get awestruck because you're just like, there's so much gum. Like, you just look at it and you're like, what? How, you know? But it's also very cool in a weird and disgusting way.
Come on.
Come on.
Go on.
And we ended up going to the Cheesecake Factory to have our dinner. Oh my god, y'all. It was so good. We got some street corn, and it was cool because it was like that corn that's still kind of like on the cob. It's not like the round cob, but they like cut the husk a little bit, so there's still part of it on the corn, and when you cook it, it like will bend, so it looks like a little rib. And it was so good, guys. It was really delicious. I highly recommend that. We got that as an appetizer, and then we also got some pasta. I think we got like the shrimp angel hair pasta, something like that, and it was really, really good. And we were so stuffed by the end of it. Like, we wanted to get cheesecake, but we were like, there's no way that we're gonna be able to eat it if we get it. But yeah, dinner was so good. Honestly, for like a road trip and for like a full day, we did so much on that first day of getting to Seattle. It was so fun, and if you are like me, that you don't love road trips, it's not like your favorite thing to do or your favorite way to travel, oh my god, I can't recommend enough like planning stops on the way to the place that you're trying to get to. I had so much fun exploring all of these different places and getting to know different parts of Washington, and just like hanging out with the people that I was traveling with. That was really nice, because I'm sure that like after a certain point of being in the car with the same people, you get tired and you're like, oh, I need air to breathe and just like have a little bit of me time. So yeah, it was amazing just like traveling to Seattle, like just having different stops. And then on our second day of Seattle, we got up early, we had breakfast, and I put on a really cute dress. I love that dress so much. It's like a bodycon dress, and it's from Shein, and it's so adorable. I love it. Plus the shade of blue, I think, looks really nice on me, so I'm very happy about it. We started the morning going to the public market center, and it was really cool because obviously with it being daytime, it was open, so we got to explore. It was really nice because people were starting to set up like the different shops and different like stands, and there's a lot of gorgeous bouquets and flowers that they put out. They were so pretty, so that was really nice to like walk through in the morning, just start your day off that way. And then afterwards we just kind of explored the little shops that they had there, and then we went to the first Starbucks, which I feel like we had a lot of trouble finding, because there's like in that specific area there's like one really big Starbucks that's kind of like on the way to the market, but then on the little strip, like the little street right in front of the market, there's a bunch of little mom and pop shops, and right there, like on that little strip, is the first Starbucks. And then we were off to the Museum of Pop Culture. Oh my gosh, this museum is so cool. Like, I highly recommend people to go check it out. It's definitely amazing because my hair just like, there's just so much to see in this museum. It's very big. There's a lot of stuff going on. But we specifically wanted to go to this museum because they had an exhibition of LAIKA. So if you're not familiar with LAIKA, LAIKA is an animation studio. They specialize in stop motion animation, and they've done movies like Coraline and Paranorman. They've also done Missing Link. All of these movies like blow my mind because as an animator, animating is already a very tedious and difficult job just because there's so much little detail that goes into bringing life to a character. So taking that knowledge and then like acknowledging that you are doing something with stop motion, like you're literally doing it with your hands, not a computer. You don't have like, maybe now they do, but like the way you create a character, like bring a character to life and make it move and everything, just everything that goes into stop motion, I just admire them because it's so much more harder. I feel like they are the real animators. Like it just blows my mind how they make their movies. And if I could work at LAIKA one day, that would be a dream come true. I would love that so much. Just like all the care that goes into designing everything, it's just so magical and beautiful. So after the LAIKA exhibit, we were all like drenched in inspiration and like magic. And then we kind of like branched off into our own groups. Me and Santiago went off to see the, I think it was History of Hip Hop exhibition, and that was really, really cool. It talked about how hip hop came to be and how photography was a huge influence in the like up and comingness, I guess, of hip hop and the culture itself. It's so cool to see how it came from like humbling beginnings and then see how it grew and just all of these people that pushed it forward and made it be what it is today. One thing I definitely recommend from the MoPOP if you go there to eat is trying their clam chowder. Oh my gosh. Their clam chowder is so good. Santiago got it and I was like, man, I should have gotten it because it was so delicious. It had like little pieces of smoked salmon too, and it just like, oh my god, it was so good. From there, we headed off to the border. We just drove straight through, and it was really nice because at the border, coming back into Canada, Oh, we had the nicest border police guy. I don't know if that's what they're called, but he was so sweet. Usually they're very nerve-wracking, and like how I had mentioned earlier in the video, when we were going to the US, they also were like a little intimidating, but not, it wasn't bad, you know, they were just like doing their job. But this guy like genuinely seemed interested in our trip, and like obviously he's doing his job, you know, but he was like, oh, it sounds amazing that you went to the museum and blah blah, I hope you have a nice day. It was really, really cool like interacting with him. I was like, yes, you're so nice. Eventually we made it home. It was so nice to be home. And that weekend it was super cool because there was the Vancouver Mural Fest going on. So Vancouver has like this amazing festival called the Vancouver Mural Fest, and it lasts for quite a few days. They have a bunch of events throughout that time. And they always have this really cool like street party, and it's filled with music, there's vendors, there's food, and there's like little markets of people selling like their artwork and everything that they create. So I went and I ended up running into a few friends. That was really fun. And then I bought a few stuff from artists to support them. And then we ended up the night at this like amazing dance party. I think it was like either Latino night or Brazilian night, because they were playing a bunch of Brazilian music, and everybody was grooving, everybody was jamming, just like dancing, having the time of their life. It was super fun, and honestly it was like the highlight of my night. Yeah, that's all for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed listening to my little story time of my trip to Seattle. I just had such a great time, and hopefully if you end up going and you check out these places, I hope that you love them as much as I did, because it was so nice. Like, just exploring all of these places made me feel so whole and fulfilled. And especially the MoPOP, the Museum of Pop Culture, and seeing the LAIKA exhibit, that was just like a dream come true. Thank you so much for being here and for watching my video and learning about Seattle and listening to my trip. It was super fun, and if you end up going, definitely jot down a few of the recommendations that I suggested in the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Adios!